Africa enters another election cycle, and once again, for millions across the continent, these moments meant for hope, arrive instead with a sense of fear. From Mozambique to Tanzania, Senegal to the Democratic Republic of Congo, the pattern has become painfully familiar. Elections ending not in unity, but in unrest. Protests erupting, internet lines going dark, results contested, and violence breaking out in the streets. Why? Why are elections, the very heart of democracy, becoming triggers for instability? What conditions keep repeating, shaping the same story across nation after nation? And what does this mean for Africa's future? This is the story of an election crisis, unfolding across a continent. Every election year, the signs appear early. A ruling party that has held power for decades. An opposition claiming the field is already tilted against them. Security forces lining polling stations. Ballot counting delayed, paused, questioned. And then, the spark. Crowds flood the streets. Armored vehicles roll out. The internet goes silent. International observers call for calm as tensions rise. In many African states, elections don't resolve political fractures. They reveal them. For many voters, the distrust is built in. The ruling party often controls the institutions that should guarantee neutrality. The courts, the media, the security forces, the Electoral Commission, and when people believe the process is compromised, trust collapses. And without trust, democracy cannot function. In Mozambique, the 2024 vote triggered waves of protests, met with deadly force. Underlying the conflict is a deeper reality.
Yes, one government. No, my friend.
Power is concentrated at the top. Ruling parties that have governed for 30 years or more often become more powerful than the institutions meant to hold them in check. In this environment, elections feel existential. For both sides, losing is not an option. For the opposition, if we lose, we may not survive politically. For the ruling elite, if we lose, everything could unravel. And when power becomes a matter of survival, elections turn into battles. Across the continent, young people carry the weight of this crisis. Africa is the youngest region in the world, but youth unemployment is among the highest. Millions feel excluded, unheard, locked out of the decisions shaping their future. So when elections appear unfair, the anger that erupts is not only political, it is personal. A release of years of frustration over poverty, corruption, and broken promises. Even before the first vote is cast, the climate is already charged. Opposition leaders blocked, journalists threatened, media restricted, rallies denied, internet connections severed. And when official avenues are shut down, the streets become the only way people can be heard. In Tanzania, 2025, tightened restrictions and barred opposition candidates led to violent post-election demonstrations. Politics in many African states is not just politics. It is ethnic, it is regional, it is historical. North against South, tribe against tribe, urban against rural. When one group wins, others fear exclusion, not only from power, but from opportunity. And so elections become zero-sum. Win everything, or lose everything. This cycle has shaped recent elections across the continent. Mozambique, mass protests, a deadly crackdown. Tanzania, suppressed opposition, internet shutdowns, street violence. Senegal, barred candidates, more than 20 dead in demonstrations. The DRC, intimidation, unrest, political assassinations. Cameroon, accusations of fraud and brutal suppression deepening old divides. The pattern is unmistakable. Looking toward 2026, nations like Uganda, Ethiopia, Benin, Zambia, and South Sudan face the same pressures. Youth unemployment, institutional distrust, dominant ruling parties, ethnic divisions, and fraught political climates. All signs point to another volatile election year. But instability is not inevitable. Africa's elections can be moments of renewal, moments of trust, moments of genuine democratic choice. For that to happen, institutions must grow stronger. Leaders must accept accountability, and citizens must believe, truly believe, that the process is fair. Because democracy is more than casting ballots. It is trust, it is fairness, it is freedom. And across Africa, those remain the challenges still ahead.